Bye. Make sure we don't hit any joggers. I do live in suburbia. Let's go to Colorado. If you need to chug your coffee in a psychotically fast way because you're about to be in a line that does not allow you to have more than 3.5 ounces of liquid, ask for that shit to be children's temperature. It is an actual temperature at Starbucks. They will make you feel bad about using the words children's temperature, but you need to prevail and do it anyways. Because sometimes you need to chug a venti soy latte and you can't let anything get in your way. Is this too close to the 2006 bump? I can't do this with my hair, right? This is fine. And now we're gonna park the car at the sound stage that I work at, cause it is walking distance to Burbank. Can leave my car here overnight for free. I also got married here. Oh, the memories. It's a little bit funny, right? It's like dramatic. It's the good stuff. That bus is free. I'm gonna feel like a real fucking idiot. That venti soy latte kids temp is really starting to hit. Psst. Fuck you. I found Chris in the security line.
I forgot that you vlog now.
Hi, baby.
I've never ever been close to being the first to board, but I'm the literal first. Is this gonna be a good trip? Yeah!
Have you seen the Showtime show Yellow Jackets?
No.
So it's about a soccer team that's on their way to a competition and the plane goes down. Do you realize that there is a young girl soccer team on this plane right now?
One of my biggest fears.
You should be scared. There's one of them now.
I can get off.
My Southwest is my only choice. Flying.
We would like to welcome everybody to Denver.
Looks like we made it. Look how far we've come now, baby. Can you go outside and come back out?
To make me recreate.
Go inside and come back out.
When I used to ask you to repeat things or recreate moments, you would say, "Not the vlog."
Please don't point that finger in my
That is
face.
what you did to me.
You know what? I've had a very long day.
Moment. This is very on trend right now. Hi, Christopher.
Hello.
This is gonna be your best lighting, looking in, but then you have to bring your shit over there. Why aren't you using the vlog camera I gave you? Your product sucks. It's ruining your life. Oh. Cool. Cool. I haven't looked at any of the hot topics, so I hope you're prepared.
I'm lightly prepared.
Lightly prepared.
You have to remember that I'm like literally blacked out with depression, so I don't remember most of the shit I put on that
We
paper.
can talk about your depression.
That's for the vlog.
Okay, have fun.
Supermodel documentary hour. I was just walking down the street one day and a man come up to me and he said, "Would you like to be a supermodel?" And I said, "Oui."
Here, what were you creating?
Start cracking out.
Who, me? Striking.
Lit. What just popped?
My ankle. I'm really getting old.
And that's the sip.
Sorry about you picking your nose, but you do not wipe them on my f***ing anything.
Wow. Okay.
I would never do that at your house. Go.
Could I have tissue then so I can get it off the couch?
No, you did not put it on my couch. You're kidding. I will barf. And then I will kick you out of this house and I will find a new podcast co-host.
I honestly think you're overreacting because I can literally just scrape it off right now.
You put it...
I could literally just scrape the booger off the couch right now. It's not a big deal.
Take care of it or leave the house.
There's no booger. You silly goose. Getting ready for our second show.
Are any of these decaf? Or should I just kill myself?
An insane way to keep your espresso cup.
I mean, otherwise it's boxes like this.
They literally sell things to organize
Are you
these.
looking at my penis right now? I feel so violated. Light this candle, let me pee, and then we're ready to roll.
The sick, sad truth is I love him.
Sound speed,
I
camera
just wanted to
speed.
run in like a little gay boy. I wanted to make an entrance.
This is what happens when we do 2 in one day.
Are you rolling?
Yes.
Oh, I forgot.
You should use that. Was funny.
Okay, now.
Look at Lizzie like, what the fuck?
Okay, serious face for 2 seconds. Okay, cut. I can't wait for her to get it together. That is crazy. Damn, that thing is huge.
It's cheese! Good stretch, my boy.
See, look what I was watching last. I've liked it, and it already finished playing.
How does it end?
Give me soft kisses, my love. Oh, yes.
Is it public?
No, in 1 minute at 9:03 because we're going to a workout class, so I have to post it early. What if something happens?
It's like you've had work done. You're so handsome.
Oh my god.
It's wild.
It's the altitude. Okay, come on, 9:04, let's go.
I thought you said 9:03.
9:04, I would never on a 3.
At 9:03.
Here it is. 9:04. Public. Save. Oh wait, we're still doing checks on the video.
What kind of checks?
Monetization checks.
Interesting.
And I said publish anyways. I gotta go to yoga. I haven't revealed them, but you can show them.
Oh, wow.
How pretty. And these are gorgeous.
Honestly?
Like this. And
Yes.
these too. Oh my god.
Slay! You did those too?
Yes.
Oh, I love them. Taking you to my first core power yoga class.
Just girly things. Did you love it?
I loved it. Now we're going to the only place you could eat, Heritage Cafe, for a motherfucking breakfast burrito.
I feel like Shane right now. Like I'm embarrassed you're vlogging while walking into a joint.
This has been my life with you for 10 years. Motherfucking breakfast burrito.
Oh, bye, Lizzie Liz. Have fun.
Get out of here.
Want to make out?
Stop teasing me. And now we walk back to our car. Next time, I'm getting a scooter and I'm scooting. Hi! Oh no, you guys are in the kitchen? Guess what, you didn't come to me? Hi, my little wiggle worms. Yay! Boys, I'm home! Oh, what a whirlwind. Ryland took me to yoga for the first time. They gave me 2 free weeks, and because I'm not a sucker, I'm gonna go every day. Otherwise, I feel like I'm losing money. She's a yogi now. It is definitely really hard, and it's made me think about like how difficult it is to learn a new thing and how scary it can be. And one of the things that they said in the class this morning is you come into yoga and you leave your ego outside and you just do what's good for you and good for your body. And I really loved that. No ego. Drop the ego. As a new person doing anything in this world, it can be so easy to just think, wow, I suck, I can't do this, and to give up. But if you give up, you never accomplish it. And then that takes us back to last week's lesson of how good you feel when you do something you thought you couldn't do. So this week, I'm gonna embody dropping my ego and going in and learning and growing and trying something new, because I'm not a sucker. Now someone's playing inside. The life of a vlogger with roommates. This week I'm using the IKEA instructions for IKEA meatballs, which is low-key confusing because it's in a version of measurements that I'm unfamiliar with, though these pictures are helpful.
Hey, babe, I'm going to the gym. I'll be back in a couple hours.
Oh, can you slap me in the face with this tortilla before you go?
Sure.
Thank you. 1 sec. All right, before we get started, I want to make it known that with these meatballs, I like to eat a side of mashed potatoes and some al dente green beans, in addition to a little bit of canned cranberries. So first things first, I'm gonna peel these potatoes, boil these potatoes, and then eventually I'm gonna mash these potatoes. Right, potato? We're making the IKEA meatballs with the IKEA instructions, but that means that all the ingredients are in measurements that I am personally unfamiliar with. So we're gonna need to make some conversions. Okay, so I had a panic attack. I was like, I can't convert milliliters to cups. And then I called the smartest girl I know. Her name is Katie, and then she didn't know, and she's a mom. And then I had to pull out my measuring cup. Lo and behold, there's milliliters on this bitch. So, you know, if you were at home and you were thinking about calling your best friend who's 8 months pregnant and asking her to do this math for you, just don't, because your measuring cup probably has milliliters on it. Now IKEA has these clean ass hands in this big ass bowl, combining the beef and the pork mince. It says to mix with your fingers to break up any lumps. I'm gonna mix it with these forks because touching beef is creepy. And then we're gonna add finely chopped onion. I see a lot of you guys in the comments telling me your life hacks. I'm sure they work for you. Trust me, I've tried them. They don't work for me. This is how I identify while cutting onions, and I'm okay with that. Garlic, breadcrumbs, egg, and we're gonna mix it. Oh, more mixing. And then we're gonna add milk and we're gonna season it well with salt and pepper. Now the directions tell you to take your mixture of meats and put it in the fridge for 2 hours. I'm not going to wait 2 hours for those meatballs to chill. I'm just gonna straight up put them in the pan, and I'm not gonna pretend like I didn't do it that way. And now I'm going to brown all sides of the meatballs that are currently sizzling in this dish here. I did put the remaining meat in the fridge, so next time it'll have been in there for, maybe 10-15 minutes. While those meatballs brown on this side, I'm going to start my sauce. I'm probably gonna double down on the ingredients for the sauce because I am a sauce slut. If you don't like sauce and you prefer a joyless meatball experience, go ahead and stick with what they've printed on the IKEA instructions here, but at my home, we're gonna be dripping in sauce. Iconic Swedish cream sauce. We're gonna melt the butter in a pan, and we're gonna whisk in the flour and stir for 2 minutes. And then we're gonna add the veggie stock, the beef stock, and continue to stir. Then we're gonna add the cream, and then we're gonna add the soy sauce, then we're gonna add the Dijon mustard, and we're gonna bring that to a simmer and allow it to thicken. Okay, I was just over here adding in the last of my ingredients and realizing I had yet to touch the whole milk. So I was like, where does the whole milk go? Update, the whole milk goes into the meat mixture. So I missed that step. My meatballs will not be milky, but I hope to God yours are. And let me know how that went for you. After you're done browning them on all sides, you're gonna put them in an oven-safe dish and put them in the oven for at 160 degrees Celsius.
320 degrees Fahrenheit.
I'm gonna be real with you. I don't understand the point of browning them if I'm gonna just throw them in the oven anyways. If someone wants to explain that to me. Toss our balls up in this bitch. When I dip, you dip, we dip. Oh, follow up on our cutting board question from last week. It is a two-sided cutting board. The top side, side A, is for cutting fruits and vegetables, and then my husband is right, you flip it over, and side B is for cutting meats. And that froth is for collecting blood. All right, so the alarm just went off for me to grab my meatballs. Ooh, shit! Cute! I hope they don't develop an internal complex about not having milk in them. All right, I'm gonna construct Billy Doe's taste test to be a little bit of everything all in one bite. I'm gonna take this taste test to the man that lives in my shed and have him let me know how I did.
Nice presentation.
Thank you.
Pretty good.
Do you notice anything wrong with it?
I don't.
It's missing its milk.
I guess ignorance is bliss. Yeah, it was good though.
What's the score?
I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10?
Yeah, we're gonna start setting some standards around here. Get this scale a little more balanced.
Jesus, is it because the green beans were too crunchy?
Yeah, actually.
Literally?
Yeah.
Wait, did you just spit some of the green bean out?
No, I think something flew in my mouth.
All right. I have been cooking the green beans longer for myself, and I'm gonna try it now. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say, you could put that iconic cream sauce on dog it would be delicious. I'm not into the meatballs. Maybe the meatballs needed the milk, but fuck, I'm gonna eat a ton of them covered in this cream sauce. I can't wait to hear how it went for you guys at home. If you made it with milk, God, I wish I could try it. That cream sauce though, makes me want to rename my dog cream sauce. Joe just made a strong point that maybe a smaller meatball would be better than the big meatball. So if you're at home, try making it with a small meatball and milk. Joe just informed me the meatballs are raw. I ate 2 raw pork meatballs. How are you feeling
What do you mean?
after eating a couple raw meatballs?
Oh, I'm feeling pretty good, all things considered. So the cook's rating just went down.
No. My beautiful, sexy husband suggested that we make a trip to IKEA to test their meatballs to see how they compare to my raw poisonous meatballs. These are very different, and it feels like it's not just because I forgot to put milk in the recipe and I didn't cook them. It feels like they lied on the ingredients in the instruction manual to make these at home because they want to trick you into coming here and getting their meatballs. And I think it worked. So good for you, IKEA. I have to say, I'm feeling really worn down. Quick, I just need to pump the brakes. I need to do my laundry. I need to fall back into a routine of sorts. I've been sleeping out in the living room, which is kind of sad and exhausting because I don't want to be in my room, and I haven't been working in my office because I miss Jelly, whose heart and soul filled up that space when I work in it. And because of that lack of routine, I'm starting to feel really anxious, like out of control anxious. I think it's healthy to admit that out loud because identifying the problem is the first step, and the second step is pumping the brakes. It's okay to feel anxious. It's okay to feel out of control. But once you identify those things, you can start thinking about how to grab the reins back and present yourself each day for life the best way you possibly can. So I'm doing a face mask. I'm taking a bath. I checked in for jury duty, and I'm excited to come back next week and make a taco soup from garlic, salt, and lime. And that's gonna be listed in my bio below, but you should know that once you go to the article that I'm linking, you gotta click recipe or print recipe, and that's where all of the like nitty-gritty instructions are for the soup. Honestly, I'm hoping to fully cook this. Like, I'm not trying to drink some raw chicken soup. Luckily, I didn't get sick from the raw pork beef meatballs, but could have been really bad. Thank you all so much for being here. It has been so nice to have you. It's so great to have this space where I can like maintain accountability. You're the best. And even if you think you're having a rough week and like you f***ed up, or your house is a mess, or you forgot to do something on your to-do list, or you dropped the ball, or you broke a glass, or fucked up dinner, or you served your Billy Doe a raw poison meatball, give yourself a break. It's okay. It is okay. Mistakes happen. They're mistakes. There's one thing I know, it's that you cannot control life, but you can control how you respond to it. And accepting life on life's terms is one of the hardest things to do. But when you relinquish control and accept that the universe is at the helm, it's a lot easier, man. I'm not trying to fight the universe. So what? I made a raw meatball. So what? My bathroom's filthy dirty, and my bedroom's filthy dirty, and my laundry hasn't been folded. I got up today. I cut this vlog today. I fed my roommate some poisonous meatballs. And I'm gonna see you again next Tuesday for taco soup. And hopefully not jury duty. God, I would hate if I had to go to jury duty.